Hello, this is a demonstration of my hack, which is using a TNID account to be able to log into third-party websites with one click. This would require a minor addition to TNID, where a third-party website would be able to make a request to TNID servers that would then query if the user attempting to log into the third-party website was logged into their TNID account. If the user was, at the time of the request, logged into their TNID account, then TNID servers would send an authentication approval to the third-party website as a response to their request. We will demonstrate this by treating a TNID connection request from the user to a TNID company, and this would be the same company running the third-party website, as if it were an authentication approval. This is a decent analogy because a user cannot send a connection request through software unless they are logged into their TNID account and have gotten a bearer token by being logged in. In this demo, we already have the bearer token in the codebase, and this is equivalent to the user being logged in, since we use this to send the connection request. The user phone number is first used to look up the user account and start the authentication request process, which would not need to be done if this were implemented as previously described on TNID's end. Instead, the third-party website would just make a request for auth connection to TNID, and TNID servers would check what user is currently logged in and push the user's data to the third-party server if the user is logged into their TNID account. We are simply looking up the phone number here so that we could test logging into a fictional third-party company's website. In this case, our fictional company is Dartmouth Avenue Creations with different users. So I've put in my user's phone number, and the second part of my code is what would run on the third-party website, in this case, our fictional company, Dartmouth Avenue Creations. This code would check connections from users to see if a new connection, which, as I said before, we are using as an analogy for a TNID authentication approval, has shown up for the user I'm trying to log in. Click Login. The third-party website then looks up the user's ID from the given phone number, and if a connection request from that user is showing to the third party's company on TNID, then it is treated as an authentication approval. And so the third-party website can safely log in the user, since that request could only have been made if the user were successfully logged into TNID, or a piece of software had the user's bearer token, which would also require the user authenticating into the software. Again, this would require some minor implementation on TNID's end to make it truly one click, in that a third-party website would have to be able to check in with TNID servers to see if a user is currently logged in on their browser. But it would be worth it when TNID, as an identity provider, could enable extremely fast logins to any website. Thank you.